trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Stanford Cardinal and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Running inside, it's Young. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Well, it's first down in the defense. You might be running a football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Makes his man miss. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Throwing, Carr. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's got it all the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Got it in the middle. It's Graham. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Taking it the other way. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Stanford! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Fires to the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Across the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
The blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Carr unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him. Last week, man, he had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Here's Carr to throw. Pocket breaking down. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the 4th down.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Davis. He'll pitch it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. We've reached a break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Delayed handoff. It's Davis. And they swarm him under. Stanford quickly to the line. They'll go right back to him. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going deep. They made the throw and catch, but they couldn't keep it inbounds, so they'll turn it over on fourth down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Unloads quickly. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Throwing, Carr. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Again, it's Carr. This time it's complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Motion from the wideout. Looking for space. It's Mobley. Makes it past the marker. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Hall. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The run inside. It's Ford. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Stanford wants to push the pace. On third down, he drops to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. The sure hands. It's Hall. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And after that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Fires to the big fella. Oh, man, he goes down, and he's going to lose yardage on that one. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Wants to throw on third. Buys a little extra time. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Stanford at the line on first down. Let's see if they lean on that offensive line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the right. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3 yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got a man in the middle. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. Back to pass. It's Carr. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he stopped, but not before he moves the chains. Pick up of 12 on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Mobley. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hall. Makes a move. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Carr. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Direct snap. Hard running there. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical?
Makes the catch, and he's free. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mobley. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Firing to the right, complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Looking left. Makes the catch. It's Graham. Nice pickup. Gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. Here's Carr to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Mobley. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Carr. Snags it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he made the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 8 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's Georgia setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were...
He's got an alley. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. The Cardinal offense takes the field, ready to attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Finds a man in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Finds his big tight end. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Stanford quickly to the line. To the air on second down. Touchdown, Cardinal! They take the lead with the 6. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Running inside, it's Young. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Finds a man on the left. He's down right there, but he has plenty to pick up the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice.
Runs through a man. He might have space. He's at the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And it's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He's got the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Hall. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen. But did you see how fast the safety...
A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Touchdown, Stanford! And don't look now, but we've got an upset brewing in the top 25.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea, and when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Throwing, Carr. He tries to take the top off. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know.
Caught, and he's got room. Rolled into enemy territory and all the way to the 44-yard line. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Wide receiver comes in motion. The RPO, it's complete. Could not make his way to the corner. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun on 3rd down, Carr fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. The run inside. It's Mobley. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Irish. His 3rd touchdown in the game. That's almost half of his total, as he now has 7 on the year. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hall. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. The snap sets up to throw. Complete to the right. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Caught behind the line. It's Ford. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So we open the final period with a third down play. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Boy, at this stage of the game, when every snap and every yard counts, that penalty is costly. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throwing right. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
Carr. Safe completion on the screen. Spins away from one. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on 1st down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
To throw, it's Carr. Takes a hit as he fires. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Lining up for the PAT. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Ford. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the ride. He'll toss it. Could be an alley. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to
wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Stanford wants to push the pace.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Nice job by the quarterback and the receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back to back to back, almost throws a pick.
They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires quickly. Crosses the... Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Cardinal! Rolled his way into the end zone.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Picks up the first down. Flying out to the left. He's at the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Hall. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here.